Okay, well, it is not morning, so no morning musings in the studio. Afternoon musings on this tiny little island. I am here because I have some really exciting news, and I'm going to show it to you in just a minute. But first, First, I want to give a shout out to all of my members on the YouTube channel. We will be getting together. Um, Today is Friday. I'm looking at Sunday at 6 o'clock, my time. It would be Sunday morning, your time for those of you in the States. Please leave a message in the membership area in the community tab for members and let me know if you have any troubles with that. I can easily alter the day if a different day works better for you. Okay, so that out of the way. And also, if anybody wants to join this YouTube membership channel, it's $2.99. And we get together once or twice a month for a live Zoom meeting. We get together. I have my afternoon coffee. You have your morning tea, or however it goes, depending on where you are in the on the planet. But I also upload my live videos live for you guys in the members group where I go through my painting process. I go through everything that I'm thinking, working through the various difficulties and problems and solving them. And I give you everything that I know at the place where I am at in my creative pathway, in my painting pathway. So, generally, for those of you who are new to who I am and what I do, I teach painting, specifically oil painting, but acrylics work just as fine, gouache, any kind of painting, really, because I'm not interested in you painting like me. I'm interested in giving you the foundation so that you can dive off safely into a very beautiful, deep, creative pool of creativity that is all your own. And by working through some of the foundational steps that you can pick up some things from me, you'll leave other things that just you don't agree with and that don't work for you. And those are all helpful tools for you on your own creative pathway. With that, I guess my mindset on this whole creative pathway is through my painting, the troubles that I'm having in my painting, the things that I'm not getting, the areas that I'm not very good at, somehow all parallel who I am in my life and help me develop as as a human being, as a uh, hopefully deeper soul, a stronger feminine uh, um, character, personality, always with my goofiness and always with my this or that. So I want you to know that those are the things that I talk about and the focus of what I do. And of course, because I live on this small Greek island, you'll always get a little bit of flavor of this beautiful country, the ancient aspects of it. And I have a story for you today um, in this live stream in this afternoon musings about Orpheus and Eurydice. And it's very useful to where I am right now on my creative path because we are focusing down coming into September. We're already in September, but you know what I mean. Summer is ending here on the island. This crazy, wild thing that happens every summer here where all these people come and just the energy is different. It's hot. It's just, you just want to be on the beach all day or under the air conditioning or in the shade reading a book. And the disturbances that happen in your program because of the season. So now we're in September. It's a different type of feeling. You know, I was listening to a Mel Robbins podcast, the back to school thing, right? And uh, it has that feel, even though I'm 60, I'm going back to school. So those are the thoughts that are going on. The first thing, though, that I really wanted to show you, and just please be patient with me as I figure out these tech stuff, is we are now in the preview mode of this art extravaganza auction. And I'm so excited for it. I've got 15 paintings in there that I am auctioning off. And the purpose of the auction is to help the Holland Center in Scottsdale, Arizona. And it is a beautiful little community. And they offer so many things. And I'm really, really proud to be part of this exhibit slash auction. And so that got put together, and I got the links today to show you. So I want to go and just kind of show you what I got going on in there, and show you some of the other artists in there, and show you if you care to donate, or if you care to be a part of this auction coming up. So give me a second while I do the switching scenes. And okay, I hope you can see this. We'll know after the live stream is over, right? Okay, so here we have the art extravaganza online art auction to benefit the Holland Center community with arts and education. And yeah, they've got a bunch of classes. They have a bunch of different things going on there, and theater. And I would, if I lived in the area, I would be actively at the Holland Center quite a bit. But I'm on a tiny Greek island, and things like this are not available. But I do live on a tiny Greek island, so yeah, okay. So okay, this is the page, charity auctions today. So you can share, Facebook, tweet, you can donate. And when you move into the moving down a little bit, there are all these pages here. And my work is on the 14th or 15th page. I'm not quite sure. I'll click on the 14th and we'll see what happens there. Yep, I'm on the 14, the number 14. So you can, if you want to go straight to my work, it's on the 14th page. And I'm starting here with mending the hull. And you can get a little view of all the paintings that I have in for this auction. And this one down here of Who Are You? These three goats who came out during the COVID lockdown on the island. And I mean, the wild goats on the island here just started, going down to the beach, wandering around and coming out. Well, like we saw all over the world, how nature was coming in. And this was our little expression of that. So that's one way you can just go in and start looking through all the artworks. And you guys, the people who are in, the other artists who are in this auction are fabulous. Not only are they fabulous people, but their artwork is so beautifully expressive. We've got jewelry makers, we've got pottery, glass, artists, paintings, abstract work, all sorts of things. And I think you'll find I think you'll find them to be just brilliant, brilliant, and suited. No matter who you are, you're going to find something in here that you love. And so please go through everybody. I don't have the time here in this morning musing, afternoon musings in the studio, but so I'm just gonna, I'm of course I'm gonna show off mine. Another way that you can find my work is to just type in Vita, and there we go. All of my paintings come up. So these are all oil paintings except for this first one, Mending the Hull. So if you want to see something, right, view the details. And oh boy, I hope you can see these on the, I'm sure you can. Uh, we have the starting bid at $99, and it starts in 10 days. And this is the only acrylic painting that I have in this exhibit, in this auction. So Mending the Hull, you guys, some of you know because 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, you showed up and donated to help us out when this very fishing boat that you're looking at on this page sank to the bottom of the Aegean Sea at the tip of Mount Athos. Mount Athos is a peninsula with a huge mountain called Athos, Mount Athos, at the very end, and the mountain just dives into the sea. And of course, because it's just jutting down, it doesn't level off, right? I mean, it goes down like 300 Ories, you guys. I'm not sure what Ories is in English, but let's say about 300 yards, something like that. It goes deep, deep enough so that we couldn't get the boat back. We lost the boat. And you guys, some of you came in, and a lot of people, not only online but here on the island, came together and really pulled us through this loss. It was the biggest loss of the family's history, that and that I have ever experienced. So this is a painting of the boat. The boat was called Makaduka, and no, it is not a Greek name. It was taken from our kids. Um, and the boat itself was one of the oldest boats um, on the waters here in Greece. I think it was built in 1938 or 48. I want to say 38. But at the time, there were no engines. So on the very front here, if you can see my cursor, there was a huge mast uh, coming up with a sail, and this boat was like a taxi service on the Aegean Sea up in this area, and well, in other areas as well in Greece. And slowly, they turned it into a fishing boat and put an engine on it, and finally, years and years and years later, we got it. And yeah, it was an old boat. The wood here, we had pulled it up. This was maybe 2 years before it sank. That we had pulled it up, and he was mending some of the rotted wood uh, in the hull of the boat, and replacing it with newer supports, wood, and then pushed it back into the water. We painted it and put it back in the water, and then not too long afterwards, um, Makaduka was gone, gone. And it's kind of a cool story, and I hope you don't mind my just blabbing on here, but the story behind it, that it came to its resting place at the tip of Mount Athos and sank down to the same place where the ancient Persians, when they came into Greece to take over Athens, and that big war with some of you know about the 300, the Spartans that went up to that special little place there and fought off the thousands and thousands and thousands of Persians, and lasted quite a while before they were completely overtaken. So many of the Persian ships sank in this exact same area. And so our little fishing boat is down there with them. I think it's pretty cool. It's a romantic ending for this fishing boat's life, and I really loved painting this. So this is a very, very special painting for me, and as you can see, it's got the basic information of it, and yes, my paintings are going to be shipped from Greece. So, the shipping costs will be extra for anybody who is going to be, bidding on this painting, whoever, uh gets the painting. I don't know what you guys call it, wins the painting? I'm not sure. And there will be some shipping costs, but honestly, because these are mostly small paintings, the shipping costs are really no more than about, uh, well, no more than $50, let's say, and $50 is a lot. I usually send um, paintings to people in the States, these smaller ones that really don't get over about 30 euros. So yeah, maybe $40, 40 to $50 for basic shipping. If you want expedited shipping, that would be another thing. So anyway, so here we are, and you just go over here and you click the little next button. And if you want, it'd be really cool if you guys click your Facebook, your Twitter, your Pinterest, and you share the artworks here, the ones that you love, and share them to your friends. Share them so that we can have a very, very successful auction and help out the Holland Center. And really excited about this. So you want to see the next painting, you just go on, click next, and there we go. Here is another, these are one of the monasteries on Mount Athos, and I'm really excited about this painting too, because I used to go out fishing with my husband on that fishing boat, the one you were just looking at. And we would always go by here. And this is one of my favorite spots because the mountain, it's at uh, the back edge of Mount Athos, and it's just coming down, and it's very dramatic. And it's so beautiful because, I mean, this was built in the 1300s by hand, stone by stone. And, there it is. It is, and as well as the other monasteries. I mean, they were all built, hundreds of years ago, and there's something really beautiful about that. And so I absolutely love this. Besides, it makes a great composition. It really does. Just naturally makes a great composition. I hardly had to change anything on this painting. So we can just keep going, all these different paintings. This is what I see outside of my window in the mornings when I'm having my coffee, the Carragazzi headlands. And I love to paint those. This is an older painting I did, plein air, on this little tiny beach right in the village that nobody really knows about. I mean, the villagers do, but there's no tourists there. It's just this rocky little beach. It's small. It's right at the edge of the village. and it's got these beautiful rock this rock formation here that I it's just fascinating to me. And, I love coming down here, and I love painting this scene. I've done it a couple of times. The starting bid is at $50. So, it's it's also I'm just really excited about this. Here we have a field, a mountain field nearby, this, an ordinary yellow tree in the midst of, all the basic regular landscape of Greece, which is not, I mean, it's not like you get those fantastic colors that we get like in Minnesota where I grew up. And this boat here, dry docked. I found this. This is not on the island. This is an abandoned fishing boat pulled up on land. The water is just right behind it. And it's just slowly, slowly falling apart and waiting for springtime when it can be pushed back in the water. But I highly doubt that it has been pushed back in the water. Um, and one day I will go back and see what is going on with this boat if it is still around. I really love painting fishing boats that have been pulled up, that are dry docked, that are left, that are still good, but slowly being pushed aside, right, for the new polyester fiberglass boats, the new speedboats, the new uh, anything, right? And, the old just slowly fading into the history of this rich and beautiful country. So you can just go through and take a look at the paintings that are up for sale here. And let me know if you have any questions, right? I'm I'm here for you. So I just wanted to show you that. And again, make yourself a cup of tea and sit back and just go through from the first page to the last and see all the beautiful artwork that these wonderful artists create. And you're going to find things that you absolutely love. It's phenomenal. And I am very lucky to be a part of this. Okay. So, with that, you guys, I am going to come back. I'm still here, right? I know this is a long um, a long live stream, but this is really important. And we have paintings. Everybody, all the artists that are in this exhibit, this auction, have contributed at least one artwork towards that is a full donation where the center will get all of the profits for that to help boost their needs and take care um, of what they need to take care of. And oh my gosh, I went and looked at all the programs that they have. They have free courses, they have art courses, they have theater, they have um, uh, learning about the area, hiking, and I mean, doing things that I can't do here on this little Greek island. I can hike, yeah, I can hike, but some of the more interesting things, perhaps, I don't have here. So, take a look at it, you guys. Really, really take a look. And if you're in the area, stop by, um, take notice, and give a little bit of your love to this wonderful little center. Okay, so um, next on the list, let's see, we talked about the members, right? Members, we're going to get together Sunday, 6 o'clock. Is that going to work for you? Leave a comment in the members group area. Please leave a comment. If you can't make it, I would like to find a date that everybody can be there. So next on this morning, while I was outside journaling, because when I journal, I have these wonderful thoughts. I do, right? I have these wonderful thoughts. And I was thinking about Orpheus. Okay. Orpheus, is that how we say it in English? I really can't do Greek translations of people's names in English very well. I mess it up. Orpheus was a poet and a musician and a very, very powerful man. And they say he might be a demigod, but it depends on the story. So he falls madly in love with Eurydice, okay? And I can't possibly say her name Americanized. Oh my goodness. Um, and they're together. Life is great. You know, they're married or whatever. And he's just, I mean, they just love each other like crazy. And then she gets bit by a snake and dies. And she is taken down to Hades, right? And to the underworld. And Orpheus is just like, decides that he is going to travel to the underworld and try and get her out and bring her back to the living. So he makes the journey, you know, miraculously. Of course, Greek mythology, this is great, right? He makes the journey and he gets down to the underworld and he plays and sings a song um, for Hades, Adi. His name in Greek is Adi. And convinces Hades to release Eurydice and he can bring her back. Orpheus can bring Eurydice back with him to the land of the living. But throughout the entire journey back, he can never turn to look to see if she's actually following him. Okay? So he has to make it all the way back in full trust and confidence that she's there. But of course, right, you're dealing with Hades. You know, how are you going to trust this guy? So he's making the journey back, not knowing if Eurydice is behind him or not. And of course, she is still a soul. So she's not coughing or saying, hey, dude, wait up, right? Or I tripped or something. So he has no knowledge of if she's actually going to make it, if they're going to make it back. And this goal that he had is going to work. And at one point, doubt sets in and he's traveling back, not knowing if she's there. And he breaks and he turns real quick to take a look. And there she was. She was there all along. But as soon as he turned to look at her, she disappears. She goes back to the underworld forever. And he lost, failed. And why did he fail? Well, because he set a goal that he was going to bring Eurydice back. And then he doubted himself. He doubted everything about it. He lacked the confidence to keep moving forward and to believe that this was going to work successfully. So, this story to me is perfect for this past summer because I have been through uh, the stages of looking back, of slipping into doubt, of of not having the confidence that I had, let's say, in the springtime, that this YouTube channel is going to work, that I'm ever going to be able to create this an online world, so that I'm able to live off of doing this, which is what I love to do. And playing in that area of not knowing, of losing the trust in my goal, and kind of slipping around. And yeah, I got pretty close to really turning back this past summer. Um, and thankfully I didn't. I didn't actually look. I just kind of wavered and kind of, "Oh, should I turn? Should I turn? Is the trust and the confidence still there with me? Am I still going forward? Is this going to work?" And I'm telling you guys that the more you embrace the goal, the end goal, and let go of how it's going to happen, if it's going to happen, what's going to happen after it happens, how am I going to do this, that, and the other thing? Let it go. All we need to do is point the arrow to that goal and fly with it. Don't turn, don't look back, don't waver because you're going to miss your mark. And create the mark, and that's all you want to see. And all the rest of it, if you're looking at the mark and you're focused on it and you're confident and trusting that your arrow is going straight to the point that is needed, your arrow will, in fact, be there, go there, and you will hit the mark right in the center. So that is what I was thinking about this morning. I want to thank a new subscriber who is a poet. I don't have your name offhand right now, so I'm not going to say anything. But if you're watching this, you know who you are, because it has been a while since I brought uh, uh, mythology and ideas of the ancient world into the tiny little studio and how it works, and how, the thing about uh, the ancient Greek mythology is that no matter what you're doing in your life, no matter who you are, there are useful lessons, guidance, tools, everything that you could possibly need, especially for us folks in the Western world, right? That you can dive into, like this little story of Orpheus and Eurydice. It's a beautiful, beautiful story. And the lesson being, hey, be patient, keep the faith in what you're doing, and be patient. We say that all the time. Be patient, it'll happen. Patience, my dear, patience. In today's world, we are so wrapped up in I want it now, instant gratification, you know, get the painting done. It's got to be done today, rather than taking your time with something, working through it, getting underneath those little rocks and pebbles and logs, and discovering the beauty and the lessons and the colors and the brush strokes and everything that are found in all the other little places in the painting process, in the tiny little studio. So, you guys, don't think I had anything else. It's quite a lot for today. Thank you for staying with me, and thank you for all the support that I'm getting from you guys. If you've been leaving messages, I actually don't have the message thing up, the chat. Um, sorry. I guess next time I'll have that taken care of. Yeah, so I've got some of these paintings coming in. I'm working on these rocks, seascapes, and starting a new series there. And no, I have not been painting for a while because I have been looking left and right. I haven't been looking back. I haven't checked to see if Eviridiki is there following me. I didn't slip too far into the stages of doubt. Uh, but I got there enough that I could have easily stopped and turned around. Didn't. Here I am. And so I have not been painting. A lot of things have been happening. There has been things happening in the family, in the life, island life, putting things together. We're building new boats. Since our fishing boat sank, we are building three. We have the ability to build three smaller boats, not the big ones like in the painting that you saw, which was the main boat, but three smaller ones. And if we're lucky, we'll get the third one done in time. It's kind of iffy, but at least we'll have two of them finished, so it won't be a complete and total loss of the fishing license. Uh, uh, Fishing licenses are really hard to come by, and they are they are they have high value, and they're really hard to come by. So it's to our best interest not to lose uh, the third license as well. We can get all three boats done. We'll see. We'll see. Whatever happens, happens. Life is as it is, and we'll do as it does. And I'm here to keep myself smiling all the way through. You guys, this was a lot of fun today. I hope it's working. It says it is. So, with that, you guys, be inspired, be creative, be you, paint what you love, learn from others, pick and choose the things that work for you, and move on from there. If I can help you along your creative pathway, let me know. I do have some spots open for personalized creative workshops where we go through a coaching, let's call it coaching, where I can help you through your own creativity and help you understand how it all works. Let me know in the comments or go to my website, vitaevenson.com, and go to the contact page and send me an email. That way, for sure, I will see it and we can begin a discussion on that. All right then. So